Students, in the previous class we have seen that the France was divided into three estates: the first estate, second estate and the third estate. And the members of third estate, they were forced to pay taxes, and the members of the first and second estate, they were exempted from paying any types of taxes, and these infuriated the people of the third estate. Okay, so now the people of the third estate, they considered themselves as a sole representative of the French society, and now what they did, they declared themselves as a national assembly and demanded a constitution for themselves. They wanted to check the power of the monarch, that is Louis XVI. Okay, so on 14 July 1789, the city of Paris was in a state of turmoil. 7,000 people had gathered in front of the government offices. They formed themselves a militia and they wanted to break into the government offices in search of arms. Okay, so what they did, they attacked the fortress of Bastille which stood for the despotic power of the king. Okay, so they attacked that palace, and the palace of Bastille, the fortress of Bastille, it was a place for keeping the arms for the monarch, and that fortress was destroyed completely. Okay, and what they did, after destroying the fortress, the fragments of this fortress, this was sold in the market as a souvenir of destruction. They started selling that. So in wake of the revolution, King Louis XVI, what he did, he accepted a constitutional government, and what he did, the feudal system was abolished from France. This was a very big step. This was a very big step for the peoples of the third estate. Okay, so now the National Assembly was formed and a new constitution was drafted for France. And what this constitution wanted, this constitution wanted to check the power of the monarch and to promote the powers of the common people of France, the freedom of speech, the freedom of opinion, the freedom of forming association, etc. All these powers were now promoted for the common people. Okay, so now what the National Assembly did, the National Assembly now declared war against Austria and Prussia. The Revolutionary War brought losses and economic difficulties for the people, and the political clubs became a rallying point for the people who wanted to discuss on government policy or who wanted to form or plan their own form of action. The most important political club at that time was a Jacobin club, and the leader of this Jacobin club was Maximilien Robespierre. Okay, so the Robespierre followed a period of terror from 1793 to 94, and his reign was really very unpopular among the people. The instability which existed during the period of Robespierre's government, that paved the way for a military dictatorship. And who came, friends? Came Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, so Napoleon Bonaparte, he crowned himself as an emperor in 1804, and he introduced many new reforms. What were those reforms? Those reforms were that he protected the private property first, and second, he wanted to establish a uniform system of weights and measures. Okay, so the people started seeing himself as a liberator, Napoleon as a liberator, but later his army was considered as a invading force and nothing else. Okay, so this Napoleon was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. Ideas of liberty and democratic rights were the most important legacy of French Revolution. Thank you.